Hello Pisces, Karen here from Emerging Soul Tarot with your Cancer season read. So that's from the 21st of June to the 21st of July. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, comment and share. Be really helpful, thank you. I'm going to give you a kind of quick overall of the energies, the astrological energies around. If you want to skip, I'll put a timestamp in the box straight to the read. Well, first of all, your ruling planet is in your sign alongside Saturn, Jupiter, and yeah, so good energy for you. And there's a lot of water energy, and Venus is making good aspects with Neptune at the beginning of the month. So Venus is in Cancer until the 26th of June. So this month you can expect a lot of emotion, nothing new to you Pisces people. But transformation, be open to transformation and moving forward and change in that first week, especially in terms of your relationships. So where you feel you've been giving, there may be a sense of, you know, transformation in how you see yourself giving and an expansion to what you're receiving, I believe. Mercury is entering Cancer on the 11th of July, and Mercury is a messenger of the gods, so to do with communications, the way you communicate messages. And that's making good aspects with Jupiter, which is in Pisces, and Uranus in Taurus. So you can expect positive expansions and breakthroughs with your communications towards the last 10 days of the Cancer season. Things to watch out for: you have the full moon in Capricorn, so good time to release. And then you have the new moon on the 9th of July in Cancer, so good dates. But a time to really nurture yourself, Pisces, and you are known for your kind of serving and sacrifice. So take some focus on you, especially with that Neptune, your ruling planet in your sign. Take some time to kind of nourish and care for yourself as well. Bring that balance in. And yeah, enjoy the month. Right, what I'm going to do is I will pull an astrology reading card to see what Spirit wants you particularly in the cosmic energies to concentrate on. So Pisces for Cancer season, Spirit, what do you want to say? Pisces for Cancer season. Okay, we got a zodiac sign and we got Aries. Okay, so a bit of fire for your water, Pisces. Sorry about the lighting, we got really stormy skies out there. So this energy around you cosmically is dynamic and spontaneous, can be impulsive in action, so watch out for that. Have a look what house Aries sits in your natal chart and what planets you've got there. So yeah, okay, and now we'll pull a chakra card to see the energy that's surrounding you energetically in your energy body. You may need to either just pay attention to it, or it may need healing or balancing. So let's have a look. Balance. May need healing or balancing. This is your root chakra, Pisces. So yeah, extremely important for your cosmic energy, because your energy is so upper chakra as a rule, this is root chakra, so you're being called to balance off, so get grounded, get out in nature. A lot of red energy about here. Yeah, so I think Spirit's going to be talking about this dynamic, spontaneous action, and but being balanced within it. Okay, so on YouTube there's a lot of good chakra meditations if you feel you need to be more grounded and balanced. Sorry, they're all falling out. Let's redo that shuffle. So say yes to your higher calling. Be a human exclamation mark. So it's looking as though there needs to be balance in what you're doing, and probably because there's this Aries fire energy around you that could be impulsive in its action. But you are being called to be the best that you can be. To stand out, and Pisces can be quite background and shy and retiring. I don't want to stereotype you, but there's that sense of energy in your sign, so it's kind of a call to action, I think, Pisces. A few signs have had this kind of outward calling, so you're not alone there. And I'm going to pull us an archetype card. Now, the archetypes are energies that are in the astral, but they also work through our psyche, and sometimes, you know, unconsciously. So they're energies to work with and also be aware of, because they do carry their shadow side. So we'll have a look at what archetype is around Pisces this Cancer season. And what have we got? Oh, okay, dilettante. So the dilettante is that person who's got a lot of knowledge, and often with arts, creativity, which again is a Piscean thing, isn't it? So it's about a delight in the arts without having to be a professional. Okay, so it's asking, when it's in its light form, it's keeping you alert to not be superficial. You know that jack of all trades, master of none saying. But that kind of, yeah, it's very beautiful to have that broad perspective and knowledge over things, but not to be superficial. And the shadow of it that you need to be aware of is that pretense to deeper knowledge than you actually have. And that's so easy when you've got this kind of wide knowledge of something. It can be anything within your job or just an interest, something you like. So that's the archetypal energy to be aware of that may be around you. Okay, so I'll dig a bit deeper with the tarot and see the specifics of this message for you. Okay, so we have the Star, Aquarian energy, the Hermit, Virgo energy, and the Six of Cups, yeah. So with this kind of fiery energy, this cosmic energy, the Aries energy around you, the action, we've actually got the star, which is interesting because the dilettante is someone who delights in the arts. So if any of you are involved in the arts, either the art per se or creative arts, writing, anything like that, the star is actually the path of the artist, and it's also the path of meditation. So two things that are associated with Pisces. But this is about reaching for the stars and this sense of say yes to your higher calling. So maybe you're feeling you've got this energy where, yeah, I've got a lot of knowledge, but I haven't got any depth of knowledge. There may be a kind of reluctance to go forward, but this energy is calling you forward. And the star, it's Aquarian energy, so it, as with Pisces, it's very out there, it's very kind of innovative. So you may have some call on you, either in your personal life or in your work life, to push beyond what you would ordinarily push beyond. You may be feeling insecure. And the Hermit with balance, so this is the call. I mean, the Hermit, it's in Virgo, which is opposite your sign, but the Hermit is actually the withdrawing within, the kind of going within to find your balance. He's got a star he holds, and that's actually the star. It's like the star, the six-pointed star, the Merkaba, the Star of David. It's about knowledge. So again, we've got this reference to kind of knowledge, but it's inner knowledge. So if you're being called anything, especially a creative call, Pisces, then and that doesn't just mean art, that can be creativity online, developing something, ideas, that creative impulse. If you go within, if you tap in, and you need to learn to trust your kind of intuitive knowledge, your intuitive knowing, what you know to be true. And even if it's not kind of really what's the word, depth of knowledge about a particular subject, have the courage and have the trust in yourself that even if it's a broad knowledge, if you go within, there's resources in there for you. And there's this need for this sort of innocence. I mean, this is number 6, it's 6 of Cups. There's a kind of innocence and nostalgia to it, a type of beautiful giving and receiving, a real harmony there. So there's this promise that if you say yes to whatever it is you're being called to, whether it's a relationship within work, if it's within a hobby, anything, don't go back inside because you're afraid you can't deliver the action. There's a real sense that you're being called to reach for the stars, to go within and to go with your kind of, it's almost like an innocent knowledge, that intuitive sense. There's so much energy about you to draw this knowledge and understanding from deep within you. And when you go within, there's that, especially when it's creative, there's that source of creation. It's a real source that can bring you vision, it can bring you intuitive understanding, it can bring you wisdom. And so take note of your dreams. I would go and balance your route so that you can have that grounded but beautiful visionary insight. So we'll pull some more tarot. Spirit, what have you got for Pisces? Cancer season. Pisces, Cancer season, Spirit. Pisces, Cancer season. We have the Ten of Wands, the Hierophant, and the World. Okay. So there's a real sense here. I mean, the World card under say yes to your higher calling. You may feel like you're, you know, a child in your understanding, or you haven't developed your understanding enough to move forward with this. But this card is a very positive card in that sense. It's a need to kind of finish, to move into action. Everything that has been kind of bubbling within you, it's not a call to kind of go within. You got this inner teacher. I think the going within is to balance you. So if you're kind of afraid of moving forward, you've got that Hermit and then the Hierophant. Hierophant's your inner teacher, but unlike the Hermit, he's not a cave dweller. He doesn't remain retreated inside. He actually brings out that teaching, brings out, you can see the people sat in front of him. He's a kind of Pope figure, so someone with wisdom, someone who knows the inner work, but he's bringing it outside. So this balance seems to be around your inner work, but it's not meant to remain hidden, Pisces. It's meant to be brought out. And you may feel like this is an end of cycle if you feel burdened, if you feel like, see the guy, you can't see where he's going. If you've had this sense of, you know, so much information in you, so much understanding, so much desire for the action outwards, but you kind of don't know where you're going with it. There's so much you've got within you. It's kind of blocking your view. But this is a card of hope, the Star. And it's outward going, fiery energy. It's action for you, balance, and a saying yes and moving out into the world. So I think this Cancer season is a time for you, Pisces, to kind of really have a look at what your abilities and your talents are, you know, how much you hold within you, and find a way forward to present that to the world. You know, don't keep it to yourself. There's clearly a lot that you have to give, and it's a sense of getting that balance between your heart and your head, because sometimes your head will tell you you can't do it, you don't know enough, you're not ready, etc., etc. But this is a clear call, action and calling. But you need that balance between your heart and your head. So know what you have within you, Pisces. I think Spirit is saying a real call to action for you. And Aquarius had a kind of call to action, so it may be worth having a look at that if you've got any energies within Aquarius. I mean, this is, I read for Sun, Moon and Rising, so it may be that you have your Moon, or Aquarius is your rising, or Pisces is your rising, and your Sun is Aquarius. But I'll put a link at the top for you and have a look at that. It's an outward call, Pisces. And I know Pisces energy is, you know, quietly in the background. A lot of people with the Pisces energy, born under the Pisces energy, or a lot of it are kind of introverted. But you're being called outward, Pisces. I think there's a need for you. My sense, my intuitive sense from Spirit is you need to trust that you're equipped for whatever that dream is. You're equipped already. You can kind of procrastinate and say, I need to learn more, I need to learn more. But I think Spirit is saying you have what you need. And believe me, I know that's hard, because I'm introvert. So doing this is a call to not be introverted. So if you are introverted and you're kind of shy and you don't want to go out there, Spirit's saying you've got it. And it's only as you start, you know, going outward, you know, using everything you have within you to bring good to other people, you know, to help other people. It's only as you step into it that you realise you're being equipped as you go. Yeah, 1 foot forward, and source, spirit, whatever you like to call it, the universe will provide you with everything you need for your next step. Don't be kind of, I mean, even this guy, he's burdened. This is burden. It's end of cycle, but he can't see where he's going, but he is walking. So even if you feel like, oh, I've got too much on my plate, I don't know how to put it out there, I don't know where I'm going, just start with something, because you've got, you know, you've got the energy for it, and start with what you got and balance. So what we got here, oh look, Hermit again. We have the Hermit again. That's your opposite sign. We have the Devil. And we have the World again. Oh, gee. Yeah, so I think the message I was bringing... Okay, so if you're feeling like this, Pisces, if you feel not knowing what you're going, too burdened with other things to start responding to your dreams, to what you know. We all innately know what we should be doing. You know, don't retreat. Don't retreat inside and not bring it out. I mean, he's got a light there. Have a look what's in your Virgo, in your natal, what house it is, if you got any planets, because I have a feeling that this energy for you will be transformed over Cancer. But yeah, you've got the Hermit twice, so that is the other side of the Hermit is he knows about, it's called providence, that providence. He knows that source is in all and through all. He can see through the physical into the spiritual, okay? So there's this kind of, although he's walking with a very dimly lit lamp, it's one that he knows is going to guide him. So that having that twice, there's a sense that you really need to take what light, even if it's like with this dilettante, you know, oh, my knowledge is not deep enough, I haven't got enough. Go with what you got, because there's a real promise here that Spirit is going to kind of give you, or the universe is going to give you what you need, but you won't if you stay chained to your fears, okay? So if you stay chained to your fears, if you're scared of what's out there in the material world, in the day-to-day world, sorry, excuse me, frog in my throat. If you're afraid of that and you say you will remain chained, you won't go anywhere in that sense. But their chains are really loose. They're kind of, they can lift them off. So I think Spirit is saying there's a light there for you to do it. You've got your inner teacher. You need to trust yourself and don't listen to that devil on your shoulder. You know, make a decision to strike out, Pisces. You know, and the World twice. This is a promise of balance as well. This is someone who knows the divine, who knows the divine in the place of the world. The bottom line is source is everywhere. Call it the universe, spirit, God, source, whatever you call it, that power that is greater than us. And this is what I feel Spirit is saying. You need to plug into that sense of balance. Make a choice to know that when you choose to take a step forward, whatever it is, in a relationship, in business, spiritually, however it is, however you know you're being called, your soul calling, your higher calling, you know what that is. If you take that step, the world, everything will balance off for you. All the elements will balance off. Your fears, your doubts will dissipate as you step out, but there's that sense you've got to make that first step. But it's a beautiful read, and it's a really confirming read. I'm going to pull you a daily healing to wrap it up for you. But make that decision during this Cancer season. And if there are things that, you know, the fears, doubts, your sense of self-worth, anything that's holding you back, your inner critic, anything that's telling you can't respond to what you're here to do, a higher calling, a step forward, let it go at the full moon. Take the time now till full moon, which I think is next week, to let it go. Clear the decks, make space, and then ask Spirit to come in. Have a look, do your meditations, do your rituals, go walk in nature, whatever it is you do to centre, go and centre and balance. And you'll have such a sense of where you're meant to do. And when the new moon comes on the 10th, make your intentions for a new start and just step out. Just step out, Pisces. It's time for action. So yeah, step out into your higher calling, Pisces. You'll be so blessed, you'll wonder what you're fearful of. Yeah. Okay. This message card says, take 5 or more minutes to concentrate on a divine feeling or higher thought, doing your best to block out all other distractions. My goodness, now these cards are usually one sentence. That's almost Spirit giving you, well, it is Spirit giving you a blow by blow way to do it. I'll repeat it, okay, because this is, I think, to get rid of your blocks to action, to bring in your beautiful self, Pisces, into the world, and it's going to be beautiful. So here's Spirit's advice. Take 5 or more minutes to concentrate on a divine feeling or a higher thought, doing your best to block out all other distractions. So I think Spirit will speak to you that way. Focus on, I have a purpose. I'm called to do this. Focus on it and you'll get everything you need, Pisces, to step out. Have a beautiful Cancer season. I hope this was helpful, and lots of love. Bye bye.